Hello, thank you for being here today. For today's barre class, you are going to want your mat as well as a nice sturdy chair. And once you have those, we'll go ahead and get started with our sumo squats. So turn, face the back of your chair, and for our sumo squats, we want our feet a little bit wider than shoulder distance. And as always, we'll get warmed up with full range movements. So drop those hips down and stand all the way back up nice and tall. Now remember that everybody's full range will look slightly different, so take your time on finding your full range. The more repetitions you do, the looser everything gets and the lower you can go. So don't feel like you have to jump right into that full range if you're not feeling it today. And always be mindful of those knees. Take your time and do what feels best for you today. Good, the weight is in the heels. We're reaching forward through the arms. Let's do two more, nice and low. Holding the second one down, half range up, all the way down. Really drive down into those heels. Staying nice and low. Two more. Hold it down into deadlift. Straighten your legs, reach down to your mat, and then drop those hips back down. Once again, stay on the heels. Good. We really want to focus on the back of the legs here as we extend the legs out. Two more. And after two, bring it on up. We're going to take it into some lunges. Let's begin with our right side. So lift your right heel. Even though we're moving the right leg, we're really working that left side. So keep your focus on your left side. We're going to bring our arms up to the ears as we step back and then stand nice and tall. Reach long through those arms. And the arms play an important role here for balance. So really use them. Lengthen through the fingertips as they come up, as well as when they come down. We're not even concerned about bending that right knee. We just want to create a lot of space between our feet. And as always, you can move a little bit faster than I'm moving. Maybe you want to move a little slower than I'm moving. Just make sure you're moving with good form, keeping the quality up. Two more. Let's hold that second one. Now we're going to bring our arms by our side and lower our chest a little bit. Lift your right heel up and then push it down. So the weight is shifting forward and back, but make sure that we're not really putting a lot of weight into the toes here. Keep the weight in the left heel. Stay low. Hopefully by now you're feeling that left leg. And hold it back. All right, static hold. Squeeze the arms in. Press down into that left heel. For your pulse, we're going to do little shifts back, back, back. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up, and we're going to switch sides. So lift your left heel. Same thing. Big step back. Arms come up, and then stand tall. This time our focus is on the right side. So we're pushing down through that right heel, incorporating those arms, being tight. Lots of space between the feet. Two more, full range. Let's hold it back, lower the arms by your side, lower the chest, and then lift and lower the left heel. Shift the weight forward and back. Really draw your core up away from your thigh here. Two more. And then push down through the heel and hold. Tighten up that left leg, squeeze Squeeze the arms in a little more, and then we'll pulse it. Pushing down into the right heel. 3, 2, 1, and bring it on up. Now we're going to go into some ballerina squats. So we will use the back of our chair for this one. Hands on the top of the chair. We're going to have shoulder distance through the feet and then bring those heels up so we're in releve. Now the biggest thing when we do our ballerina squats is that we want to keep a nice tucked pelvis here. So make sure that you're not sticking the booty out, but really pushing the hips forward throughout the whole exercise. So let's get started with our full range, bending and standing. You can always keep a check by making sure that your shoulders are over the hips at all times. Keep the heels lifted and the chest up as well. Two more full range bends. Hold it down, and now let's come halfway up and back down. Keep pushing the hips forward. Keep the shoulders down low. Don't be surprised if you start to get a little bit shaky. Anytime we're in this releve position, it tends to give us those little bar shakes. Keep your knees soft. And hold that next one down. Maybe you can tuck the hips forward a little bit more. Drop the shoulders a little more. And let's go into pulses, up and down. Three, 2, and 1. Nice job, guys. We're going to do some inner thigh lunges next. So we're going to go wide legs. Let's start with our right side. Make sure your right toes are turned all the way out. Your left toes don't have to necessarily have that full external rotation, so you can pull them forward if that's more comfortable. Arms are going to begin in a T, and then we're just going to bend the right knee and reach down to the right ankle and stand. Okay, reach long through those arms. And anytime you add a twist to any of your exercises, you want to be extra cautious to be pulling your core in. We want to keep it nice and safe. And with this added twist, more core is always important. Two more. We'll hold it down. Now just bring the arms up though. Stay low. All right, halfway down and up. Good. And of course you can use the chair. It's right there if you need it, right? Be sure you're pushing into the heel. Don't let your weight shift into those right toes. I like to hold my toes up as a precaution. You don't necessarily have to do that, but if it helps you, you can. Hold the next bend. Now let's bring that heel up. So now we're in releve. Good. Push your hips forward a little bit and drop those shoulders down. All right, we're going to pulse it to the right. Little baby pulses. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. And now we'll switch it to the left. So turn the left toes out. Begin with those arms up. We'll bend, reach for that left ankle, and stand. Let's slide over a little more. Good. Core is drawn in. We're pushing down into that left heel. You got it. Keep it up. We're going to do 3 more, just like that. 2, 1. Bring just the arms up. Keep a bend in the knee, half range, making sure we're pushing down into your left heel. Good. Core is in. Two more bends. Hold it, bring the heel up, push the hips forward, drop the shoulders down. Take a breath and pulse it to the left. Three, 2, 1. Fantastic. Coming up, we're going to do some diamond squats next. So we do want the back of our chair for this one. Bring the heels together, rotate your toes out, and then come right back into releve. So bending the knees here, and then zipping the thighs together every time you stand. Bend and zip. Keep those heels lifted. Just like in our ballerina squats that we did previously, you don't want to stick your booty up. So shoulders over the hips the whole time. Pull the belly in. Big squeeze of those glutes every time you stand. Big squeeze. Two more bends. Hold, half range up and down. You got it. Keep those knees soft. We don't want to come all the way up. Another one where you might get a little bit shaky here. Feel free to take a break at any time. This is your workout. All right, let's hold that next bend. Draw that belly in as tightly as you can. And when you're ready, tiny, quick pulses. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take a quick stretch before we move on to the next portion of class. All right, we are going to move into some upper body work. So I want you to turn your chair around because we'll need the seat of it here in a minute, but not quite yet. We're going to get started with some mini burpees. So mini burpees, you have a couple of options. We're going to begin with the hands down on the mat. You can step your feet or you can jump your feet, but we're going to take it back to plank. We're going to stand, and then we're going to add a releve lift at the top. So the hands come down. Take it to plank. Bring the feet up. Stand, releve lift. Continue these. And you can do these as fast or as slow as you like. Faster is going to get that heart rate up a little bit more. We're going to do 2 more, guys. You got it. On that second one, I want you to stay down into your plank. Down dog. Press back. We're going to come forward for our push-ups. So coming forward, you can stay in a high plank to make this challenging or take the knees down for the push-up. And then back to down dog. Take it forward. Add your push-up. Back to down dog. So we are doing tricep push-ups because we really need to keep those shoulders over the wrists in the plank and then pull those elbows in when we get to the push-up. Squeeze them in nice and tight. Two more. Last one. Take it back to down dog. Hold it here. All right, look at your fingertips. Lift your heels. Tiptoe up towards your hands and bring it up. All right, we're going to come on the back of the chair now. So let's take our elbows to the seat of the chair and then step your feet back. We're going to hold a plank here. So press down into the elbows. Keep the neck long and the abs are in. Just a hold, so I want you to be as still and as tight as you can. Walk your feet out just a touch. And now we're going to do little dips. Right hip dips, and then the left. Keep the legs strong. One more on each side. Walk the feet back together. And now we're going to come all the way up for our tricep dips. So have a seat on the end of your chair. Fingertips should hang off the edge. and we're going to go into those dips. So bending and straightening the arms. Watch out for those shoulders wanting to creep up into the ears here. Try to really drive down through the shoulder blades. Two more bends. Fantastic job. We're going to flip it over onto our backs, and we're going to bring our heels up to the top of our seat. All right, hip raises it is. So press those hips up nice and high and drop them back down. All the way up, all the way down. The focus here is on the back of the leg, so I want you to squeeze those glutes with every lift. You'll feel the hamstrings working hard as well. Let's hold our next one up. Halfway down, all the way up. Hold your next one up. Check your shoulders, make sure they're down from your ears and relaxed. Squeeze, maybe you can lift a little higher through those hips, and pulses up. Little bitty pulses. 3, 2, 1, bring her down. Now we're going to focus on hips, so come on up. We'll start with our right leg forward for this one, and we want the right shin to be parallel to the front of the right mat. 2 places you can place your elbow. You can lean into your chair and keep it up high. This is going to be the harder version, or you can come on down to the mat, okay, making it a little bit easier to lift the leg. So flexing both feet, we're going to lift our left leg up nice and high and lower down. Up and down here. Now what I really want you to keep in mind is this knee likes to travel forward because it's going to be easier the more forward it is. So remind yourself to keep the knee aligned with your hip. Try not to let it come forward. Good. Nice high lifts. Making sure that we're not dropping the foot either. We don't want the foot to be lower than the knee. All right, let's hold that next one up. Now we're going to go 2 inches to the back and then bring it back in line with the hip. Push back, back. Yes. Keep it up. Keep that foot level. Now if you're feeling this in the lower back, that's a good indicator that you're forgetting to pull the core in. So tighten the core. If it still doesn't feel good after you tighten the core, lower the leg a little bit, okay? All right, let's hold. Check everything. Push down into that elbow. Draw in through the core. Pulse it up. Tiny and quick. 3, 2, 1. Switch it up. Now if you're using the chair, of course you can flip to the back or move your chair to the other side now. Your shin parallel to the top or the front of your mat. Drop down to that elbow and let's lift and lower the right leg. Good. Keeping that knee aligned with the hip. Press down into your left elbow. Keep drawing that core in, protecting the lower back. We're going to do 3 more lifts, nice and high. And hold your third one up, 2 inches to the back, and then pull the knee forward. Good. Make sure that left shoulder is not up into your left ear. Keep pushing down through the elbow. And hold it to the back. All right, when you're ready, take it right into those pulses. Little tiny lifts. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. All right, we're going to come up. And now we need the back of our chair. So turn it around. And we're going to do some inner thigh lifts. We are going to begin with our right leg forward. Flex, rotate the toes to the right, and then we'll lift and lower here. Good, tall tall posture. And when we're doing inner thigh lifts, the knee likes to bend here, okay? Because it is hard to keep that leg straight. So if you find your knee bending, just don't lift quite so high. It's more important to keep that leg nice and straight so that we're lengthening out through the heel and staying right there in that inner thigh. Make every movement count. Hold your next one up, half range, down and up. Let's hold. Check your shoulders, check your core. Push out through that heel and we'll pulse it up. 3, 2, 1, switch it up. Left leg is forward. Flex, rotate those toes over to the left, and then lift and lower. Stay nice and tall. Move at any pace that works for you today. We want to be looking for that full range, but as I said, if you find the knee bending, decrease that range of motion. Hold it up and half range, down and up. Let's hold. Push out through that heel, draw your toes back, stand a little taller, and pulse it up. 3, 2, 1. Rest that foot down. And now we are going to turn our chair around one more time because we want the seat. And we're going to do some core work. So coming onto our backs, we're going to begin with our sit-up. So roll down nice and smooth. Bring your arms overhead. And then we'll bring the arms up. Come all the way up. You can touch the chair if you want to. And take it down. All the way up. All the way down. Now that we are focusing just on the core, remember the number one rule, pull the belly in. Do not push those abdominal muscles out. Squeeze them in. Hold your next one up. Flip your palms face up. We're going to scoop the leaves. So reach back with one arm, and then just like you want to scoop a big armful of leaves, come back up. And then switch and lift. Alternating sides. Keep pulling in. One more each way. And roll it all the way back down. This time we're going to do over-under. So I want your feet to start under the chair. We'll pull the knees in and then reach over the chair. Tuck them back in and go under. Now your head lifted will make this more intense. You can rest it on the mat if you prefer. You can also take the hands behind the head for a little support. Any speed that works for you. One more in each direction. And hug those knees in. All right, crisscross is next. Hands are behind the head. Pull one knee in, twist towards that knee. Your other foot can come above the chair, and then switch, keeping the elbows wide. Flatten that belly. One more each way. And take a quick rest. All right, let's flip around so that our head is pointing to the chair. We're going to do 2 more exercises to wrap this class up. Legs are going to begin up. We're going to take the feet over to the top of the chair. Be sure before we start, actually don't turn your head in this one. Make sure you're looking up, okay? Take the feet over, tap the top of the chair, and then bring it down. Now, if your hamstrings are tight today, you could do this with bent knees, if that feels better for you. Keep it up. 2 more, just like that. Fantastic. All right, now we're going to add on to that. So watch this before you do it. We're going to go back into that reverse crunch. We're going to lift the toes up like a jackknife, and then we're going to roll down. So take the feet to the top of the chair, then lift them up high, and then roll down. Continue. Squeezing those legs nice and tight. Two more. Fantastic job, guys. And that is going to be it for today's workout. I just want to thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all you that join me for these workouts and support this. Thank you.